Up first, kids say goodbye to summer break. Some schools across our area have been starting back over the last several weeks. But this week, the taps have really been opened and a ton of kids are heading back to class. This morning, children in Jefferson County started a whole new school year. And tomorrow, Knox County students are going back, which means school buses will be out there on the road. 6 on Your Side reporter Ella Wales talked with school bus drivers about their message for other drivers.
Despite the flashing lights and big red sign, school bus drivers say the message to stop is ignored all too often.
On a daily basis, you'll see it. You'll see them run our reds, or if they're impatient enough, yeah, they will go around us on a, in the oncoming lane.
This video from 2022 showing just that. School bus driver Joshua Shoemate says it's important to always pay attention.
Because you don't always know where the students are coming from. You can't see if they're crossing either way. In the mornings, we have students that have to cross. If they're coming from this side and they're walking out and you decide you want to run our stop sign, you could easily hit them.
Cars traveling behind a bus or on the opposite side of the road are required to stop when a bus deploys its stop sign. The only exception is when you're on the opposite side of a highway with a median or barrier. But even then, it's important to be cautious. Liz Peterson works for Henry Bus Lines and Little Bus Co. She says one of their buses was rear-ended earlier this week. Thankfully, there were no children on board.
It's kind of alarming how often we're witnessing cars just blatantly disregarding stop signs. Thankfully, I've never had any very close calls, but we have had some drivers who would be having students crossing the road and a car just goes flying by.
Though bus drivers are trained to look for cars before motioning a child across the road, Peterson says simply being patient can prevent a tragedy.
We're trained to watch traffic and make sure that cars are stopping, but sometimes a kid will run out. I've even had students where before the stop sign is out, they see the bus and they're running out in the road. And so it's a thing that we're trying to teach the kids how to safely wait for the sign from the driver to come on out. But when you decide to ignore those lights and you're passing, it's a very high likelihood that there could be a student in the road that you could hit.
And if you don't stop, you could face criminal charges. In Knoxville, Ella Wales, 6 on Your Side.
Just last year, you may remember this, a 7-year-old Knox County student was hit by a car while trying to get on a bus on Hendred Chapel Road. The driver of that car was charged with misdemeanor reckless driving and issued a citation for disregarding the bus's lights.